Hey, what's up everyone? Nick here, and welcome back to Call of Duty Infinite Warfare on Veteran difficulty. And we're going to be tackling another one of the side missions, which is called Pure Threat, and this is one of the Jackal Assault missions. So these side missions are split into two categories. One is the ship assaults, where you actually personally board an enemy ship and run around with your gun. The other ones are called Jackal Assaults, which is when you are in your Jackal gunship like we are now, and you basically just have to do a little space fight. So I'm not a big fan of these sections. I think that the game really overused them. They were fun at first, but they quickly lost their entertainment. But that being said, if you want to get the achievement for beating every level on Veteran, then you're just going to have to kind of suck it up and bear through these. Luckily, the Jackal Assault missions are relatively short. They're anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes long, depending on how fast you're able to take out the enemy ships, and they all pretty much follow the same routine. You're plopped into some field in space. Right now we're in like a little asteroid field, and in this one we are ambushed by a bunch of enemies. But it's, like I said, it's the same routine throughout each one. You're going to have to worry about destroyers, which are these big ships that you see in front of me here. You're going to have to worry about skelters, which are the regular soldiers, which are basically in ships similar to the ones we're in now. You have to worry about aces, which are pilots that are in skelters, but they are the top-notch pilots. They're a lot faster. They maneuver a lot better. And then we have to worry at the end about a different type of ship, which I'll get to when we come to that point. But yeah, luckily on Veteran these parts aren't necessarily that difficult, and there's really not a whole lot of strategy I can give you. Chances are you're not really struggling on these sections. I know in particular there's only two things that can maybe, that I can shed some advice on. One of those I'll get to later in this video, and the other one is an entirely it's its own separate mission. I can't remember the name of it now, but it's basically the only side mission where we have a timer on us and we have to defeat all the ships in a certain amount of time. So that one gets pretty difficult, but for ones like this, it's not that bad. Basically, you just got to fly around, and the best thing you can do is take out all of the smaller ships first so that they don't bother you while you're taking out the bigger ships. So take out all the skelters, take out the aces, and then once all those are done, and you'll know they're done because on the right you see that little objective box, and two of those objectives, there's one for killing the skelters and one for killing the ace, and so as soon as those boxes get checked off, then you'll know you've completely cleared the area of smaller ships, and then you can focus all your fire on the bigger ships. So you saw right there, I killed the ace, and that objective box filled. The cool thing is there's actually achievements that you get for doing things like this. So there's achievements for killing everyone on the most wanted board, and the aces are all on the most wanted board. So by simply playing through these missions even once, you can earn yourself some achievements that way. But yeah, so once you are done with the smaller ships, then you can focus all of your fire on these big ships. Missiles are the best way to fight these guys. But if you don't want to use missiles for whatever reason, then you can use your cannons and your guns just as well. But the one thing that can really kill you in these types of missions is, you see right here, I can call a supply drone to restock on missiles. The problem with that is what happens is these bigger ships, they will often shoot missiles of their own at you. And when they shoot their missiles at you, all you have to do is shoot off your flares and you're safe. And on Veteran, if you get hit by those missiles, you're dead in one round of missiles. And so the problem is, if you have to call a resupply, if you have to call the resupply drone, if you're too close to the enemy ship when you do that, when you're getting resupplied with missiles, you leave yourself defenseless and you can't shoot off flares. And if that happens, so if I were to call the supply drone in right now and those missiles were shot at me, I would have died because I'm too close to the ship, and that's just how it works. So if you do have to call in the supply drone, do what I'm doing here. Notice how I either waited for the missiles to get shot at me, or I would go really far back so that the ship is no longer firing at me. And so it's really just, your choice of how you want to do that. So with one destroyer down, now you can focus all your fire on the second destroyer, and then what's going to happen is once you take that ship out, then you're going to have to worry about these ships called like the Ajax cutters. And those guys aren't bad either. The only thing that makes them tough is they shoot off a lot of missiles. So like this point here where when you're resupplying your missiles, if you have to resupply missiles while fighting a cutter, you're going to want to just get as far away as possible, because those things shoot off missiles really quickly, and if you're too close, those missiles are going to kill you while you're resupplying. And like I said, when you're doing that, you leave yourself defenseless, so you can't shoot off your flares to protect yourself. So quickest way to take these guys out is they actually have their shields and engines in the back, so that's where you're going to try to want to aim, but really just, really just firing at them a lot will do the job, obviously. So use all your missiles first, and then use your cannons, and then use your machine gun to allow your cannons to, because your cannons will overheat, so use your machine gun when that happens. When you kill that first one, you can use that opportunity to resupply on drones as you make your way towards the second and final cutter. And then as soon as you take out this cutter, I think that will be the end of it. So yeah, same strategy basically holds. Use all your missiles first. Try to aim for the back of the ship where you see me shooting right now. Make sure you shoot off those flares when you need to. As soon as you waste all of your missiles, then switch to your cannons, and the cannons should finish off the job. So you'll notice right there the video might have cut. That's because I forgot there's actually one more cutter you have to worry about, and you get a checkpoint after destroying that second cutter. That's why you saw the video cut where it did, because I wanted to cut it at the checkpoint. But then when I initially started to fight this third cutter here, I didn't listen to my own advice, and I resupplied on missiles when I was too close to him. And then as I was resupplying, he shot missiles at me, and because I couldn't shoot off my flares, I ended up dying. And so yeah, that just goes to show that that piece of advice really is helpful and will probably save you a lot. And then from here, it becomes just a matter of, taking him out. And once you take him out, all the objective boxes will be filled. You are now one step closer to getting the achievement for beating the game on Veteran. And yeah, keep in mind, to get that achievement, you do have to even beat all of the side missions on Veteran. It's not just the main campaign. And so finally, you'll get the objective to return back to base. Thank you for watching, guys. Like and subscribe if this video helped you, if you get the chance. Leave a comment below letting me know what you thought of the game, what you think of these side missions, and I will see you in the next video.